Jai Gurudev to everyone, and hello from India. Namaste. This is the 10th episode of Theory and Practice of Guru Siyag Yoga. We have been doing these sessions for quite some time now, and this is the 10th episode with the kind blessings of Gurudev Ramlalji Siyag and his revered Guru, Yogi Gangayanaji Maharaj. This session is being aired with their blessing, as I say. In today's session, we would be talking about what Guru Siyag Yoga is, and also will explain and read out one of the lectures Gurudev had delivered in 2006 in Bikaner. Part of that will be shared here, and towards the end of it, we will have one conversation with Amanda in USA, where Gurudev Ramlalji Siyag had conducted that session as she had visited with her problems. And it is a 9-minute or so session. So everyone is welcome. It's a recorded version, hence I will not be able to see who is live here. But the supramental force or the Supreme God is residing in all of you. And I bow down to that supramental force in all of you. These sessions are to introduce Guru Siyag Yoga, a unique method of meditation to everyone, particularly to those who cannot understand the regional or local languages from India. Gurudev Ramlalji Siyag was a saint, and he left his mortal body on 5th of June 2017. Yet since 1990, he had been delivering these sessions for those people who wish to get initiated with a divine mantra that is called Sanjeevani mantra. And he suggests and he shares a method of meditation. So his lectures can be seen on YouTube and other social media channels, but mostly these are in Hindi. However, you can get it translated. Not sure how that translation would be in terms of its accuracy. Yet we are trying a humble presentation here for those who are the seekers. This meditation is for those people who wish to experience God. God is a matter of experience, as this has been said by Swami Vivekananda also. And this has been a trend in Indian Vedic philosophy that you can experience God. Unlike other religions where God is considered as separate entity and you are considered as separate entity. In Hinduism or the Vedic or Sanatan Dharma, we believe that God is within us. The entire universe is within us. Hence, the God is also within us, the creator of universe. And the creator per se is that energy which is called Kundalini, and we call it the mother of universe or universal consciousness. This Kundalini is in dormant position in all of us, and this can only be awakened by an enlightened Guru who had achieved that in his physical life. So Gurudev Ramlalji Siyag had achieved that, and he had shared all that what he could achieve. And he says that this is not only for me, but this is for every human being on this planet. And that's why he made a statement that I have set out alone to elevate this Sattva Guna in mankind and to destroy all its tamasic tendencies completely. No single nation, religion, race, or caste can claim a monopolistic right over me. That simply means that his message his mission is for everyone on this planet, irrespective of whichever country you are a national of, or your gender, or your race, or your caste, or your religion. Human body is same for everyone. And that's why Gurudev Siyag had given this message for everyone. And if you understand this, and if you practice this, probably you are also going to share and spread this message. This is absolutely free, and it's very simple method of meditation. So there are two things to perform here, or to do as tasks, as we have been saying this, and I will be explaining that through another set of slides which I had presented earlier as an introduction, global session for introduction about Guru Siyag Yoga. So I will be using those slides for all of you. And one more time, I bow down in the lotus feet of my revered Guru and request him to let me allow to speak about his philosophy, his mission, his yoga meditation. All right. So let me explain what is Guru Siyag Yoga. It's a divine gift to humanity, and it is free for everyone. The practice of Guru Siyag Yoga involves chanting a mantra, a divine mantra, and sitting for meditation twice a day. And Gurudev Siyag initiates seekers into Guru Siyag Yoga as his disciple by giving him or her a mantra. So that mantra will be played for you towards the end of this session. Anyone who is listening to this mantra in Gurudev's voice will be initiated. So there is no need to go anywhere to get this initiation done. Now it is available online. Anyone can listen to this. Anyone can get initiated irrespective of their nationality, race, caste, creed, or gender, or religion. Once you are initiated with this mantra, make sure that you are chanting the same mantra all the time, while you're walking, while you're sitting, while you're cooking, while you're driving, or you are reading. Just keep on chanting that mantra mentally. Your tongue and lips should not move while you're chanting. It's simple. It's not that difficult. That's the first task. The second task is to sit down for meditation twice a day. In summer, like India is a kind of hot country, hot weather country. So here it is suggested that people should be sitting for 15 minutes each in the morning and evening. But if you are living in very cold places, you can even request for 30-minute meditation to Gurudev Siyag. All right. The chanting of this mantra will become involuntary when it is repeated constantly over a certain period of time. Now, this time is not fixed for everyone. Some people experience this within a day. Some people will experience probably in a month, and some people will take even more time than that. And it depends on your faith, on your intensity, on your sincerity about being a disciple of Gurudev Siyag, and believing that this mantra will transform your life, and this will be your last life. There is no birth again, so you will get rid of the cycle of birth and death. Besides chanting the mantra, you are also required to sit for meditation for 15 minutes, as I said. Okay? And in winter, you can sit down for 30 minutes. The meditation and chanting together will awaken the dormant Kundalini, an energy force in the practitioner's body, which induces involuntary yoga asanas, kriya, bandh, pranayam, and mudra during the meditation. Purpose of this entire spiritual journey is to attain moksha, a state when Kundalini reaches to the crown chakra or sahasrara. So this will happen while you are physically alive. This body is an instrument. We always have been considering this body as a body, and we are just body, whereas we are the souls. And the soul will attain the salvation or moksha or liberation. So I'm just sharing the method of meditation for the convenience of everyone. You can sit in a relaxed or comfortable position. You can sit cross-legged on the floor. You can sit on the sofa, chair, couch, or you can lie down if you are not able to sit down. Then you have to look at Gurudev's picture for a minute or two until you remember the image. So I'll just show that picture or any picture of Gurudev you can have. So this is one of the pictures I use here for the sessions and even for my practice. So by looking at this picture for a minute or two, you can remember Gurudev Siyag in white clothes with glasses. The quality of image doesn't matter, no matter it is black and white, printed, soft copy, etc. It is just something phenomenal will happen to you. I hope you will remember the picture of Gurudev Siyag now. We will not be conducting the meditation session today. Generally, we conduct these sessions while we are conducting these sessions live. Yet, you can practice this meditation and you can write back to us. You can drop us a message about your own experiences and if you wish to know more about it. So I'll share that number with you. Then you have to close your eyes and say silently to Gurudev Siyag, help me meditate for 15 minutes. Your eyes still closed, think of Guru Siyag's image at the Agya Chakra, the center of the forehead, a little above the space between eyebrows. This spot is also known as the third eye. In other words, you must try to imagine Guru Siyag's picture in your mind and focus that image at the center of your forehead. While thinking of this image, repeat silently that mantra. We will be playing that mantra for you towards the end of the session, and keep on chanting that mantra. During the meditation, you may experience certain automatic yogic postures or movements in your body, like swaying, nodding of head, rapid movement of head from left to right or vice versa, inflating or deflating of belly, clapping, grunting, moaning, or laughing can happen in many cases. So don't be afraid of all these, because these are the tasks performed by Kundalini when Kundalini is awakened within you. And these tasks are performed to fix any problem you may have, any physical or mental or spiritual disease you may have. So let these movements happen, and these will stop automatically in a stipulated period of time. Okay? These are basically to take you further, and these are done by the divine force Kundalini. This is a part of your internal cleansing process as well. So you may experience all these kind of things, so don't be afraid of that. Now, many people do share their feedback, they didn't experience anything. But that doesn't mean that your Kundalini is not awakened. It is awakened. And perhaps Kundalini has decided that you don't need these experiences as of now. So Kundalini will actually scan your mind, body, brain, and breath. If you're physically so weak, then you may not experience those involuntary movement or yogic movements, bandh pranayam, asana, mudra, etc. But you continue focusing on mental chanting of the mantra, because that's the key of success in this meditation. Okay? So you will also notice that whatever time you have asked for, exactly your eyes will open towards the end of that session, exactly at that time. This miracle has never happened before. This is not a matter of practice, but it actually happens as you have requested to Gurudev Siyag to keep you in meditation for 15 minutes. And Gurudev Siyag had passed on that message to Kundalini, and Kundalini is within us. Kundalini is actually following instruction of Guru, who is sitting on the crown chakra. So he is the boss, and he will convey that message to Kundalini, and Kundalini will perform that meditation in your body. You just be a kind of, viewer in this entire process. You are not the doer this time. Kundalini is the doer, and let it complete the task. So that is how it works. A few things you must be aware of: that you are comfortable and relaxed, because it will allow various yoga, asana, kriya, bandha mudra, and pranayam induced by awakened kundalini to happen freely without obstruction. So if you just sit straight and you hold tight, then probably it doesn't work. Allow that kundalini to work; it will happen automatically. So don't stop that during the process. These will stop automatically. You can do meditation anytime, because if I consider that everyone is listening this session in the Western world, life is so fast, so busy, that you don't even have time to speak to your dear ones, near ones. So whenever you get time, you can do this meditation. The only restriction here is that you should not be sitting for meditation immediately after having meals. Either you can have meals after the meditation, or you can have meditation after 2 hours of your meal. Okay? And if you experience rapid involuntary yogic movements, then if you have had meal, then you would feel uncomfortable. That's why it is said that do this meditation before meals or 2 hours after meals. Okay? If you are not able to imagine Gurudev Siyag's image at the third eye for 15 minutes of meditation, don't worry about it. It will come through practice. Okay? Keep on chanting the mantra and keep the focus here during the meditation period. Okay? And you will experience that you are able to hear sounds all around. You are able to have these thoughts going on in your mind. It doesn't matter. Just this is a normal practice. Slowly and gradually, these all will fade away and will not disturb you. Initially, it may disturb you, but later on, you may reach to a state where you don't need to even close your eyes, and you will be in meditation all the time. So that's one of the beautiful gifts, a divine gift given by Gurudev Siyag. Okay? So when thoughts do occur, don't break your meditation. Keep on chanting the mantra, and it will settle down after a while. There are many other experiences people have had during these meditation sessions. So you may experience vibration happening in your body and sensation of electric current running along the spinal column, because that is done by Kundalini. Okay, you may lean forward or backward, rolling on the ground, rapid movement of head, clapping, shouting, crying, laughing, singing, etc. can happen. Now, later on, you would actually realize that why this was happening. Over a period of time, these will automatically stop, okay, as your Kundalini keeps on moving upward. Then you may also experience some bright lights, sensing fragrant smell, whereas no smell is around you. You haven't had any perfume around you, but you may experience that smell. And you may hear some sounds, tinkling of bells or thudding of drum, thunder, etc. In exceptional cases, you may also see some frightening scenes like flood or earthquake, etc. Don't break your meditation due to excitement, joy, or fear. Like yesterday, one of the practitioner, day before yesterday or yesterday, she had mentioned that while she was in meditation on the third eye area, earlier she used to see Gurudev Siyag, and the third eye is in this shape, not in horizontal but vertical. And during the meditation, she saw that all high-rise buildings are actually collapsing and going down in water. Maybe she had experienced something related to some tsunami or earthquake or something like that, which might have happened in the past or is going to happen in future. So this is interesting phenomenon. Okay, so don't be afraid of that. And these are all to clean your body and mind and free you from all these diseases or addictions, etc., thus ensuring your spiritual progress. Now, why this happens, why Kundalini has to perform all this yoga to you, why Kundalini doesn't reach directly to the crown chakra and you are liberated. Probably the possible reason, in my opinion and my practice, is that we have been carrying all this stuff for so many lives, births we have taken so far, and these are accumulated memories or karma, and Kundalini is actually cleaning all that. So it will actually pierce 6 chakras and 3 granthis, and then it would reach to this place. So very interesting phenomena, and you don't need to do anything except chanting the mantra and sitting for meditation twice a day. All right. And even if you don't experience anything, keep on chanting the mantra. We are encouraging people not to give up this, because one day or the other you will experience this divine gift from Gurudev. And Gurudev is within you, so don't worry about it. All your prayers, all your meditation, all your chanting is reaching to him for sure. Okay? If you have kind of addiction to meditation, but you don't chant the mantra along with this, then probably you will not experience these yogic movements or automatic yoga performed by Kundalini after a while. Maybe for a week or so, you will experience all these yogic movements during meditation, but later on you would see nothing is happening. So why mantra chanting is necessary, mental chanting of the mantra is necessary, because that is the signal and strength and the power to Kundalini to move upward. More you chant, better it is for you. Okay? These are a few more, points for you to read out. And you may experience that this mantra is being automatically played in a brain. I don't know who is playing that, but that is being played in a mind. And it will continue, but it will not disturb you. Whatever you're doing, you will start experiencing a kind of bliss which has no explanation in the worldly books. Okay? Once the mantra chanting becomes involuntary, then you don't need to chant the mantra. So out of 2 tasks, you have one task become auto mode. In auto mode, it's not AI assisted thing, but it is simply performed by the Kundalini. So the key for you is to keep on chanting the mantra all the time. More you chant, better it is for you. So let's come back to the speech part now of Gurudev Siyag, which he had delivered on 11th of July 2006 in Bikaner, Rajasthan, India. We have been reading parts of it before that. Now I will take you forward from here. Gurudev says that this body, he is referring to his own body, that this body had reached the energy of its genesis, transforming into a divine form. People explained that the Gayatri Mantra ritual is a prayer to embody the divine light within. I found this intriguing and decided to experiment with other mantras as well. Through mental chanting, I achieved the Radha Krishna Siddhi or attainment or achievement. I attained the Gayatri Mantra Siddhi in 1969 and the Krishna Siddhi in 1984. As human beings, Krishna is considered the 9th avatara who incarnated in human form. Now his energy has entered the physical realm. Now he is referring to his own body. Okay. Now that I have achieved both siddhis in this lifetime, my picture has started to transform. I ask, a picture is just an inanimate object. Doesn't it lack a soul or life? I can do good or bad, but why is the picture bringing transformation? The explanation for this transformation, which is happening to practitioners, should be provided by the Western world. Today, hundreds of thousands of AIDS patients in this country are meditating with my picture. from my website, and they are experiencing yoga. They are achieving Khechari Mudra. Has Khechari Mudra been achieved by you too? Gurudev was asking a practitioner who was present there. You had experienced that in Madras. Now, Khechari Mudra is being achieved through the practice, through the picture during meditation. Now, let me explain what Khechari is. You might already know, but I will tell you anyway. In yoga, there are many types of mudras or postures. One of them is Khechari Mudra. In this mudra, the tongue is pulled back and inserted into the palate, and from within, a nectar drips down. Our yogis have called it Amrit, elixir or nectar. Now, there is a note here. Khechari Mudra is a yoga posture where the tongue is turned back and inserted into a nasal cavity, supposedly to stimulate the brain and nervous system. Amrit refers to a mythical nectar or elixir of life in Hinduism. Then Gurudev says, Gorakhnath ji had said, Gagan Mandal mein unda kuwa, ta amrit ka vasa, sugra hoye barbar pive, nigura jai pyasa. In the celestial realm, there is an inverted well where Amrit resides. One who has a guru will drink it abundantly, while one without a guru will depart this life without testing this nectar. Now, with Khechari Mudra achieved and Amrit obtained, brother, this life is the last. Being immortal means no more rebirths. This will be the final life. Our yoga isn't about curing diseases, but liberating us from the cycle of life and death. Those who claim to follow Patanjali Yoga's darshan in this country, do they truly understand? Inform them that Patanjali Yoga's darshan comprises of 195 sutras, yet not a single mention is made of disease. While disease is alleviated through Patanjali's Yoga darshan, Patanjali Rishi intentionally omitted any reference to it. This is because our philosophy's goal is not curing disease, but achieving liberation. But it's lucrative business, sir. No investment required. Suppose I start charging an entry fee, 1,000 rupees, before imparting this divine knowledge. And if you don't come, those afflicted or affected with AIDS will have to pay the fee too. I was in Bombay when Gujaratis told me, Guruji, in this age of Kali Yuga, one needs money to progress. So set a fee. I replied, the name of God cannot be sold for profit. Did you understand it or not? So they said, impose an entry fee. I said, okay, I'll do that. Do it since you are suggesting it. How much should I charge? They said, at least 1,100 rupees. I said, I'll do it. I'll implement it from the next program. I have had many programs in Bombay. I'm going there from 1994 onwards. That's where this girl, Jui Pakidar, came to me. I said, I'll charge 1,100 rupees next time. I asked, how much money will it take for me to be satisfied? They said, sir, one is never satisfied. Greed only increases. So I said, brother, I will go to New York with empty pockets and shake their foundations. This girl has just come shaking things up. Did you understand it or not? So this was an interesting speech. Let me just, have a few points for your understanding. I just clarify a few points. In this slide, Gurudev is mentioning that, after attaining these two siddhis, or particularly the first one in 1969, the Gayatri Siddhi, that is the Siddhi of divine formless. So his body got, transformed into divine energy or light. He found that he was not able, while he meditated for the first time after attaining that Siddhi on 1st January 1969, he's, experienced the meditation for the first time. And his third eye opened and he went inside and he found that there is no organ is visible to him. Only the divine light, like, a pillar of light is there, and he is just seeing the light, nothing else. So that is where he mentioned that the body had reached to its genesis. We have been created by an energy. So there is a source. So that ultimate source have been attained by this first meditation siddhi he had. Okay. So people told him that the meaning of Gayatri mantra chanting is that, embody the divine light within. So he experienced that. And then he was very interested to know that if these mantras can have so much of power, let's experiment more and more. So he did that, and he attained 1984, the Krishna Siddhi, or Radha and Krishna Siddhi. So Krishna is the form divine, and Gayatri is divine formless. So he attained both the siddhis in one physical body. With the attainment of Krishna's siddhi, all power of Krishna came into him. Now you keep on searching power of Krishna anywhere, and I'm not blaming anyone, but that's the way people think. But all the energy of the source of this Krishna is within Gurudev. And interestingly, his picture started doing something which never happened before. So even if we just look at his picture, he is not physically there now, but even if we just look at his picture and close our eyes, sit for meditation, request to the picture to keep you in meditation for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and your Kundalini will be awakened instantly. So that transformation never happened. If you wish to experiment, you can experiment with Jesus Christ's picture, Lord Krishna's picture, Shiva's picture, or any Buddha's picture, or anyone. That experience cannot be obtained, which is obtained by meditating on Gurudev Siyag's picture. So that is very interesting phenomenon. Now West, or probably the curious people, or the medical fraternity, or the scientific mindset oriented people must probe, must study why this picture is transforming everyone, irrespective of their caste, creed, gender, nationality, or religion. So human is one, God is one, we all are one. That is what Gurudev is trying to convey to all this humanity, and that's a message of peace and prosperity for everyone on this planet. Okay, so Khechri Mudra is experienced. Khechri is a very rare mudra, and if you ask these yoga practitioners, they would tell you to have this practice of cutting the inside, the lower part of that with a thread, soft thread, and applying some honey and all for many weeks or many months. Still they can't experience that Khechri Mudra. But in Guru Siyag Yoga, anyone can experience that Khechri Mudra for two reasons, or two types of people will attain that in the first place. To explain, people who are affected with incurable diseases like AIDS or cancer, hemophilia, snowphilia, thrombocytopenia, or any genetic disorder, or any disease which doctors say that this is incurable, science has no answer to it. If such people practice this meditation, they will experience that Khechri Mudra, because this is elixir, and this works as antidote for all types of diseases, and it works as a medicine within. A medicine is within you. So that's the first type of people who will experience. The second type of people would be those who have reached to a state where they are not going to take another birth. So just for the confirmation that this is your last birth, and if you experience that elixir through Khechri Mudra, then that's your last birth. This is what Gurudev Siyag is saying. Okay. And the Doha had been said by Gorakhnath Ji, and Gurudev also says being immortal means no more rebirths. this will be the final life. And that's why Guru Siyag Yoga or Kashmiri Shav Darshan or Siddhi Yoga is basically liberating us from the cycle of life and death. And that's too free of cost. Okay. And that's why Patanjali Rishi had never mentioned anything about diseases, because we are not bothered about diseases. We are only concerned that, whosoever has taken this humanly birth should attain the salvation or the moksha or the liberation, whatever you call it. And no one else can offer this salvation except Gurudev Ramlalji Siyag and his revered Guru, Yogi Gangainaji Maharaj. So we have been experimenting on these, claims. And if you understand the paranormal world or parapsychology or the, the world which is beyond this, or the higher realm of universe or God or supramental force, you will experience that this is happening. And after a while, we will also experience, or we will be able to document all these. However, we are documenting a few things, where this, these spirits are coming for salvation. These spirits are basically those which are not our own spirits, maybe like ancestors or any negative spirit which is possessing all of us. So that's a very different topic. We can speak later on. You can ask more about it. But by chanting this mantra, any spirit, any soul will get salvation, no matter we consider that as demon or deity or God or whatever. Every spirit, every soul can get salvation, can be liberated through this mantra chanting. Okay. So this is about not selling, not making it a profitable thing. That's why Gurudev had kept this mantra for free. The meditation method is for free. The entire Shaktipat Diksha is free for every human being, because we all are entitled to get this. We all are entitled to get liberated from this limitation of birth and death. All right. Now I will play a video for all of you where Gurudev Siyag is having a conversation in USA with one of the newcomer or practitioner. She wanted to talk to Gurudev Siyag as she was having some problem in life. So I'll just play that video for you, though the quality or the audio may not be that clear, but try to understand whatever is possible to understand. Okay? So let me play that for all of you. And then I will play the mantra in Gurudev's voice, and that will bring us to close the session. And this is what it is. So I'll just play that for all of you. Okay?
My name is Amanda. It's very nice to meet you. I'm blessed to be in your presence.
इनका नाम अमेंडा है और ये बहुत खुशनसीब समझती है अपने आप को कि आपके दर्शन हुए। Gurudev wants to know how you got interested in this form of meditation.
I actually just met Terrence and I'm very stressed out. It's like I was very grateful to meet him because he introduced me.
गुरुदेव ये कह रही हैं कि ये बहुत परेशान है और मतलब कुछ परेशानी से दूर, मतलब परेशानी दूर करने का कोई मार्ग ढूंढ रही थी। तो
I guess faith.
Yes. तो ये कह रही कि ये उनका नसीब था कि उनको गाइडेंस मिलता रास्ते में। तो
बाइबल ही है उनके बारे में कुछ होता था, अभी चल होता।
And Gurudev said that he will explain to you the method of meditation and like help you meditate, and he says you shouldn't worry at all, that you already have a lot of positive energy and he will help you focus that energy. And because you have such positive energy, that's why sort of Terence and you came into contact with each other, because he's also very positive, and that's why you'll be able to come out of the troubles.
ये पढ़ाओ और फिर ये पढ़ाओ. You are God's consciousness. तो हमारे चलिए मुझे कौन विकास करना.
Gurudev just wants you to sort of let's go from the Bible. So in the Bible, because he says
Old Testament.
from the Old Testament, because he says these two portions coincide with the philosophy of yoga.
Okay, all right, so let's see. Isaiah 42nd chapter, verses 21 to 23. Produce your cause, saith the Lord. Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob. Let them bring them forth, and shew us what shall happen. Let them shew the former things what they be, that we may consider them, and know the latter end of them, or declare us things for to come. Shew the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that ye are gods.
Gods.
Yea, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed, or behold it together.
And then there's this.
Yeah. I
That was the Sorry.
Isaiah 43rd chapter, verses 8 and 9. Bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and the deaf that have ears. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this, and shew us former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say, it is true.
ये तो कहते हैं कि ईश्वर एक है और स्वर्ग में रहता है और विपरीत में ये आर गॉड्स के हो.
Gurudev says that Christianity believes that there is a God that exists in heaven, but the line that ye are gods implies that God exists within all of us, and it is for us to realize that this God within us, whether we are good or evil, that God still exists within us, and we can and we are able to realize Him. And this coincides with the philosophy of yoga, which believes that the divine or the spirit exists within us, and we are the divine. And it is for us to realize that divine within us, to see that divine within us, and to acknowledge it. And so I think what Gurudev wants to say is that Vedic philosophy and the philosophy of yoga is not opposed to Christianity, but in fact is sort of in support of it.
ये बड़ा देश यहाँ तक ये सारा ये गौर नगन यहीं से एक मार्केट है यहाँ तक बोला.
Can you see the chanting also?
Oh,
So
okay.
he wants you to read those verses.
Oh, her?
No, no.
Oh, me.
You.
Okay. John 3rd chapter, starting at the 3rd verse. Let's see. Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Jesus answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. Verse 8, the wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. Verse 13, and no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. Verse 17. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Okay.
समझा.
What this means is the philosophy of yoga says that every man or every human being has three lives in one life. That means that the first life is when he or she is in the womb of the mother. That's his first life.
Mhm.
The second life is when he or she takes birth, and that's the life that they lead. The third life and the life-changing portion of his life is when he is given initiation by a master, a spiritual master, or a guru. That is when he actually dies, in the sense of his old life leaving him, and a new life, a life in the spiritual path begins. So this is his third life. So what Gurudev means is, when Jesus says, unless a man be born again, that means that unless you, if you don't take initiation from a guru or a spiritual master, you cannot begin your spiritual journey and cannot see the kingdom of God. And the kingdom of God does not exist as an idea somewhere out there in heaven or something, but the kingdom of God exists within you. So your spiritual master or your guru gives you.
I'm sorry, I have a question. So if I look to a guru for spiritual guidance, what religion would that make me? It's not a religion at all.
No, it's the same thing. I mean, it sort of guides you in that same direction. It doesn't
I
ask
mean,
you.
but if I'm Christian, so it will guide me towards Christianity.
It will help you realize the principles of Christianity. That if Jesus Christ says that there is a God within you, or that He is love and He is peace, so that He will help you realize that within you. So instead of saying, leave church or whatever, He's saying
I
that
was just, I was just saying, no.
He'll help you realize the principles of Christianity, the very philosophy of Christianity. Gurudev believes that Christianity and Hinduism don't have like different bases. They are the same thing. They propound the very same things, the same principles. It's just the way of realizing is very different. That's all.
इसमें दो तरीके हैं, मतलब सच्चाई जानने को। एक तो ईश्वर का नाम जप, दूसरा ध्यान। ध्यान में वो आदमी को अंतर्मुख होना पड़ता है। ये 6 द्वार जो है एग्जिस्ट है, ये 10वां द्वार जैसे पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड कहते हैं साइंस वाले, इसका फंक्शन मालूम नहीं है।
So that was the part 1 of that conversation. We'll be playing that part 2 later on, probably next time. But now, as Gurudev had said, that to experience God within, his mantra would work, and meditating on his picture would help you realize that God is within. God is a matter of experience, and everyone can experience that, and the same reference has been given by Jesus in Bible as well. So let's play that mantra and let's get initiated. Okay, people who are watching it for the first time will be initiated just by listening to this mantra in Gurudev's voice.
What does yoga mean? Yoga means a union of the soul with God or the universal consciousness force. What are the benefits of Siddhi Yoga? Siddhi Yoga heals, cures, or frees the body from any physical illness, adds various forms of cancers, diabetes, arthritis, asthma, and even genetic disease like hemophilia. In the case of disease such as AIDS, which attacks the entire body, the patient may experience internal kriyas like sensation or heat, electricity or tingling. According to Siddhi Yoga philosophy, the divine power awakened by an enlightened Guru gets transmitted through his blissful voice to the listeners, irrespective of language spoken by the Guru. This divine power transmissions occurs smoothly and remain unaffected by the language being used. Regular practice of Siddha Yoga strengthens the immune system. The Kundalini acts as a protective shield of the immune system and wards off the onslaught or recurrence of any disease. Impact of Kundalini awakening. The Kundalini makes the practitioner perform kriyas that are specific to his needs. With this cleaning, the practitioner is cured of all kinds of chronic and even terminal disease such as HIV, AIDS, cancer, arthritis, etc. and genetic disorder like hemophilia. Mental application too are completely cured and stress is completely relieved. Cling, Krishna, cling, 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 cling, Krishna, cling.
So that's the mantra for you in Hindi and English both. Keep on chanting this mantra mentally all the time and sit for meditation twice a day. You can just look at the picture of Gurudev Siyag for a minute and then close your eyes and then request to Gurudev Siyag to keep you in meditation for 15 minutes and start chanting the mantra. You may experience involuntary movements or yogic movements. Let these happen. These will stop automatically towards the end of the session. So that's it from my end today. Thank you so much. And I share this picture. You can download it. You can take a screenshot of it. Everything is possible. Just looking this image of Gurudev Siyag in your mobile and closing your eyes and doing meditation will have the same impact of as if you have the hard copy of Guru Siyag picture. So we request all of you to share your feedback, whosoever is watching and practicing Guru Siyag Yoga, and spread this message to the entire world. Everyone needs it. Everyone needs to experience God. So we submit this episode in Gurudev's lotus feet and request him to allow us to speak again whenever he permits. Thank you, everyone, and Jai Gurudev to everyone.